Alrighty, we are back. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to play bars 5 through 8 of the pre-chorus. Now, in the previous video, we ended with this little octave on beat 4. So, and then we're going to come in on bar 5, and I tend to do this D sus chord. It's the same thing that we had before, but for some reason I like to do it with an open D string. Just my hands kind of go there. So I'm barring the top 3 strings here. Okay. Then it's going to be the same. Now watch, and I know it's going to be. Now that's a little bit different from those chords. From the. Let me sing you the phrase so you get it. This is the bars 5 through 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just one look at you, bump it on, and I know it's going to be. A lovely day. So the and I know it's going to be. That's the what I'm doing like that, and I like the sound of it just as hammer-ons, but sometimes the timing is better if I attack it twice with the right hand. Again, that's optional for you to find what's going to work for you. And I know it's going to be, and I know it's going to be. Okay, and again, you need not play it there. You can do. There's a million ways you can play E, 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 A. Okay, I will play the entire pre-chorus for you, nice and slow. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready. Now, let me show you what I do there. I do a B sus chord, which is, this is not part of the original arrangement. It's my thing. You can play it without your thumb over the top. You can do 3rd finger. There's actually no B sus chord. It stays on a different chord. That just, to play that bang, 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 it just kind of helps set me up for a lovely day. Okay, so I've taken some liberties with this arrangement. I'm going to play that pre-chorus for you. Whole thing, bars 1 through 8, pre-chorus, one more time. Okay, 1, 2, 3. A lovely day. Okay. And then we're going to launch into the hook of the song. Okay. So let's go on to the next video where I start to show you the hook, or also called the chorus of the song. All right. All right. So now we are at the hook of the song. And I'm going to try to explain to you the musical picture, because the musical picture is super important. And if you see and hear what I'm hearing, This will enable you to explore the right way for you to play it on the guitar, because I'm still messing with a few different possibilities on the guitar, which I'll show you. And actually, in getting ready for this music lesson of Teaching Lovely Day, I really discovered that I didn't like the fingering that I had done on the original YouTube video. And I'll sort of show you what I did, and I'll show you where I'm heading with a new fingering, and I recommend the new fingering to you. Okay. This might be a little bit of a lengthy explanation, but you've got to get the musical picture, because if you don't have the musical picture, you will all the fingerings will just seem completely insane. Okay, so but if you have the musical picture, it's very easy. So first thing that you got to know is there's going to be two vocal parts that we're trying to simulate and a bass part. Okay, so let's look at the very first vocal part that we're going to hear. Okay, we're coming off the pre-chorus. Then I look at you, and I know it's going to be, just listen right, a lovely day. Now that note day is a B, or we're going to try to get it as a harmonic. And part of the whole thing of this Bill Withers song is that a lovely day, that's getting held almost like for ridiculously long. And then a second vocal comes in, which I'll sing, and I'll point in this direction to illustrate to you where it comes in. So 1, 2, 3. A lovely, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Oh, lovely, lovely day. So that this one's bum 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 bum. Lovely day, lovely day. So I'll play the one vocal on the guitar now, and I'll sing this one down here. 1, 2, 3. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Okay, so we're going to try to play both of those at the same time. Okay. Now, if you've seen my YouTube video, let's just talk about guitar mechanics for a minute. I did it originally like this. And then I did it using the 3rd string and using a fretted 2nd string at the 12th fret. And real quick, this is not a song I've been playing a lot in concert, but it's been a very requested lesson here on Study with Adam. So for the past week, I've had to dust it off, but there was more than just relearning it. I thought this fingering isn't bringing the music across, so I had to kind of do a little creative work. So I've come up with something that I would encourage you to do, and your entire right hand thing may be totally different from mine, and that is absolutely fine. Let's just look at pay more attention now to the left hand and to the musical concept of what I'm trying to bring across. So, a lovely day, that note, my aim is to have that be a harmonic at the 12th fret, and then have the lovely day on the 1st string. I mean, I don't know why I didn't think of this before, because it's sort of the solution. I mean, I think. So, a lovely day. But now let's talk about the notes that get us into a lovely day, the notes that get us into that harmonic. I like to play them on the 1st string down here, and I'm doing something that was, for me, really outside the box. I'm using a thumb pick on the high E string with upstrokes, and which I didn't think I could get a good tone doing that. I found a thumb pick in my collection from National. This happens to be one with a real round, not a pointy, they're usually very pointy, a round upside, and it's helping me, if I angle the pick enough, I can get a warm sound like that. Now, if you have fingernails, you could just do this with fingernails. I found that doing this with my fingers, I wasn't getting enough bite, enough brightness. Now, you may be wondering, why am I doing it down here on the E string? I'm going, and then sliding up to the harmonic, and then sliding back down. The reason is, if I use my first and second finger and I keep them loosely grazing on the high E string, it's like a track. It's like a train, a toy train on a track. And then when I need to get back here for my finger doesn't have to go looking for the string, and there's less likelihood that I will somehow cut that second string off. Because I found that when I was doing, now it seems to be okay, but there was just a sort of hopping from one string to another that was not showing itself to be very reliable. So this, I'm just using that, without fretting anything, I'm using that first string as a guide and sliding my second finger up and down. Now, one recommendation that I'll make, this is an instinct from classical guitar. Again, it's an invisible aspect to technique that you wouldn't know just seeing somebody on a video play. When you need to do a shift, just go there with your eyes, and then your hand will follow pretty easily. So now if I have to go to the 12th fret, I'll just put my eyes there, and the finger naturally goes there, and then I got to get back to the 2nd fret. And then, so my eyes just have to go a little bit ahead of time to teach the hand where to go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we needed to just get that picture of the interchanging of the top two melodies. We are at the 9-minute point now on the lesson, and this is intense stuff. So I'm going to hit stop. We can all take a break, and then when we come back, we're going to add the bass to this. All right. All righty, so we are back, and now in this lesson, I'd like to show you about what we're going to do to put some bass notes underneath this hook melody of 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Okay, we need to get some bass notes that suggest the harmony. So the harmony on this is E, lovely day, C sharp minor, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, A, lovely day, and then lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Okay. Okay. So since that top part has a lot of motion, this thing that I was just singing, I'm opting for a more simple and punctuated bass part, because if we try to do something too complicated in the bass, two complicated things going against each other, they start to lose a thread of the listener being able to comprehend what's going on. So we want something real simple. So the bass part, we're going to do bass notes, and it's going to be on beat 1 and then on the and of 2. Okay. I actually recently cleaned this up because I was I myself was not clear about what rhythms I was going to be doing in the bass. So here's what it's going to sound like. I'll sing that moving melody part, and I will play the rhythms of the bass part. Okay. It's going to be on beat 1 and then on the end of 2. So just the rhythms of the bass are going to sound like this. 1, 2, ready, and boop, booped, boop, 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 boop. Okay. 1, 2, ready, and lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. And then whatever happens here. Lovely day, lovely day. Bip-a-da, bip-bip-bum, bap-a-da, bip-a-da. Okay? Now, in terms of right hand execution, I do a couple different things. I'm still kind of searching for the right fingering. Sometimes I'll even, you'll see, I'll go for like an upstroke with the thumb pick. Sometimes I'm going to do it with a finger. This is still settling for me. That's why I reiterate, this is like the third or fourth time I'm saying this, the musical picture in your mind is far more important than following my exact fingering. And as I'm looking for the correct right hand approach with this, there are two factors that are kind of on my mind. One, a nice tone on the melody, because it's real easy with an upstroke to get a crappy tone. So I'm kind of trying to really bend, get the smooth edge of the pick, sometimes even coming down towards the bridge where the string's a little tighter. So that's one thing that I've got my ears on. And then the other thing is rhythmic pocket, because you can have a fingering that technically works, but then it doesn't feel so good rhythmically. So I'm still sorting that out. I'm going to play this for you real slow. And again, remember, you're going to see some variations in the right hand. It might not be the exact same thing each time. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now watch what I'm doing up here. Lovely day. I'm playing the C sharp here in the bass. And then when the melody goes lovely day, I'm switching to there, and then so that's 9th fret. Okay. So I'm playing that second C sharp bass note in a different location. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Can you see what I did? It looks crazy, I know. And I am crazy. And those of you who know me, you know I'm crazy. Okay. So this whole left hand juggling act is, the musical idea is pretty simple. A lovely day, we want that harmonic, and then lovely day on the E string, and then boop, booped in the bass. Boop, boop. Okay. I'm going to do this again. I always speed up when I play, so I'm going to count it extra slow and try to show you how I'm doing it. And sorry I didn't give you a warning about. And while it might look kind of crazy with the right hand to be doing this with the thumb pick, it's very easy to be accurate doing this when it's just on the outer strings. You don't really miss. Landing in the right place on the right strings with the right hand is sometimes more difficult. One other thing, try to keep the good old percussion click sound, try to keep that sound to a minimum. It will come out. It is not that important. My guitar is very hot with that sound, so please don't do anything extra to try to bring that sound. Let's just place the melody notes in the right place. Okay, here we go. One more time. One thing that I forgot to, I can't believe I forgot to mention this. A lovely day. Now that is the downbeat, and technically we would want a low E there. Sorry I forgot to mention this. Like a low E right there. Because that's beat 1 of the hook. And I'm opting for clarity in the melody to show everybody where beat 1 is. I feel like that melody is more important, and I wasn't getting enough sound plucking it with a finger. Sometimes it worked. Maybe in the studio now it's clear enough, but when I was practicing, I didn't feel that was a reliable enough solution. So that's why I'm doing just a bare melody note right on beat 1. A lovely day, bass, lovely day. And then I start with the bass a little bit later. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go to verse 2. Okay? So, one last thing. I want you to pay attention. Lovely day, boom, lovely day. Then here, boom. There's a spot where a bass note and the lovely day, the attack is together. See how I'm having to pluck a thumb and a finger at the same time? I'll show you again where that is. It happens with the C sharp in the bass, and then it happens with the A in the bass. So let's just watch so you're clear where you have to pluck a melody and a bass together, and then where there's an interchange and the bass is played alone in the hole where there's nothing happening in the melody. It switches. Here we go. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Now watch. See that? See? We had to hit those together. Here we go. Now again. And then we're in verse 2, okay? Guess what? If you've gotten this far, now I know this has kind of been a long lesson. If you've gotten this far, you've learned all the material. Now it's just a question of putting the form of the song together, okay? So let's go to the next video and look at the overall form of the song. All right. Alrighty, welcome back. Now, I lied to you at the end of the last lesson. I told you that this was all of the material, and I just realized as I hit record on the cameras, there's one last little thing, one last little piece of new material that I must introduce you to, and then we'll be ready to do the overall form of the piece. This last little part, this is going to be a variation that we do on the last hook of the song. So instead of going, a lovely day, where we let that harmonic ring, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to go, a lovely day. And we're going to try to have that note ring, a lovely day. Now, just so happens, so you know, I read this in Wikipedia today when I was getting ready before I got in front of the cameras. Bill Withers holds that note for like 18 seconds. It's one of the longest naturally held notes on recording. So in a chest voice, in a full chest voice. So we're going to do, this is the last hook. It's going to be the third time we play the hook. Okay, so a lovely day, I do that on the G string, and then lovely day. The second one of those little rolling lovely days, I play the melody on the open E string, and then we just go back into the hook as we normally did it. So. Let me show you that one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then it's just the same, it's the same hook. Unfortunately, we can't hold that harmonic for 18 seconds the way Bill Withers held that high note. So that's like the climax of the piece. We're going to do that on the very last hook of the song. Okay. Just one look at you, boop it on, and I know it's going to be. So if you're looking at the right hand cam, I've noticed that if I use my index finger every now and then to hold the flat side of the thumb pick a little bit like a flat pick, I can kind of tilt it and get a better tone. That's going to depend, again, if you're using fingers, if you're using nails, if you're using a thumb pick, which thumb pick you're using. And real quick, I'll grab a flat pick. Here's a flat pick. I can play the whole piece with a flat pick, just for curiosity, except for the when I wake up in the morning, love that first part. I'm not really happy with the way it comes off with a flat pick. I might switch to that one day, but it could also be just single on. But everything else is possible in this piece with a flat pick. The whole. Okay, so if you're a flat pick hybrid picker, that can work. Just wanted to throw that in for good measure to just totally confuse you and make you unsure of what technique you should use. So I'm using a thumb pick for this one. Let's go to the next video where I will play through the entire form of the song and show you how I structure the whole arrangement. Now you really know all of the material. Okay, let's go to the next video. Alrighty, so now we are at the lesson where I'd like to show you the overall form of the tune. the way I do it. I'm going to play it very slowly for you, and I'm going to put on the screen the part of the structure that we're in as I play through it. Now, Bill Withers' version, he has that little intro, and then basically he does the sequence 3 times of verse, pre-chorus, and then chorus. Verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, and then the last chorus with the high note. I like to simply, between the second and third verse, I like to throw the intro back in just to change things up a little bit. Kind of like a mid-section breakdown, if you will. So it's a little different from the way he does it. Just seemed to kind of work. Now I'm going to do my very best to play this slowly and accurately for you. You might see 1 or 2 little variations, but don't sweat any of that. Let's go for the big picture. Let's take a look at the form. And like I said, I'm going to go extra slow. Okay? Here we go. Lovely Day. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Little variation. last hook. Again. Now watch. I'll show you that ending. And then, so I go bang, bang. I'll show you the rhythm. I'm playing all three in E sus chord. I can't talk. All second fret, 2, 3, 4, and then so lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. I think that's beat 4. Bang a do bang, bang. I think that's what it is. And then can resolve it to an E chord. One more time, last hook. I didn't give you warning about that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you don't have to end it like that. I like to end it like that. So, that's the arrangement of Lovely Day. Okay, you've got the musical architecture explained to you, and you will definitely need to allow this one to settle. In terms of your technical approach, it's a rather complicated one, I think. Okay, and so you've got to have a foot in both worlds. You know, you've got to have your head in the guitar and the left hand and then the right hand, and then as soon as so my process is that's one world. I mentioned 2 worlds. The other world is, what does the groove feel like? So you're going to have to try a fingering and then say, how does it feel if I count it off nice and slow? And test it out right away to see if the fingering grooves. Okay? Because you can come up with a technically correct fingering where you can get the notes out and then the groove doesn't lay right. So you're going to always have to work to the sort of compromise solution. It's not all one or the other. Okay, and so I'm giving you a little bit of a glimpse into my journey of how I do this stuff. So thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to hear your version of Lovely Day, or see how you innovate or change what I've got here and come up with an interesting solution. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being on StudyWithAdam.com, and God bless.